Hi, welcome to the Open Project. In this video, we'll be going through the very basics of Python. We'll create a Python program that prints Hello World to the console. First, I want to quickly discuss the document in front of me at the moment. Just so I don't babble on about the same thing for half an hour, I made a little document to go along with this tutorial. If you'd like to have a look at it, I'll leave a link to my GitHub page in the description, so you can have a look for yourself. Also, if you're a content creator, feel free to use this file to help you make your own Python tutorial, which you might find useful because it means you don't really have to create 100% of the content yourself, which makes it easier for you. Have a look at the document, it explains it all there. I've also written a script for this tutorial, so feel free to read through that if you prefer reading articles to watching videos. Script will be on my GitHub along with the Python document, so you should be able to follow along if it helps. I've also added custom subtitles to the video in lots of different languages, so check that out if you like subtitles. Anyway, I'm going on at this point, so let's get to coding. The first thing we want to do is install Python. I'll leave a link in the description to download it. If you use Linux like me, just use your package manager to install Python 3, no spaces. On Windows or Mac OS, just download the latest version at python.org. So once Python's installed, just create a new Python file, and a Python file is just a file with a .py or .py extension. In my case, I'll create the hello.py file. Open this file in a text editor of your choice, so it could be VS Code, an IDE, or just idle, which is Python's built-in IDE. Great, now all the boring stuff's out of the way, it's time to start programming. Inside hello.py, or whatever your file's called, copy the following code. So print hello world. We can then run our code using the terminal. Open a new terminal and navigate to the folder containing the Python program using cd. Once inside that folder, use the Python 3 command to execute our code. In my case, I'd just type python 3 hello.py. But just remember that on some devices, particularly on Windows computers, Python 3 is installed as just Python or py. So try all three commands and use the one that works. Anyway, when we run our code, we get Hello World printed to the console. Great, now we've successfully written and executed our code, let's explain what it all means. First, we start by calling the print function. A function is basically just a block of code or group of code that executes when we call it. In our case, when we call the print function, Python prints some text to the screen. We can call a function by adding a pair of brackets, curly brackets, to the end of a function name. In our case, we'd call the print function by typing print and then some brackets. Inside these brackets, we can add what's called data, known as arguments. In our program, we pass hello world in speech marks as an argument. Hello world is what we call a string, which is basically just some text. Whenever we call print, it will print the given text to the console or the terminal. Just remember, never call arguments parameters because Python developers will never forgive you. Thanks for watching.